Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to share a super personal journey, and that is my journey with adapalene, battling hormonal acne, and finally reaching clear skin. So if you're struggling with breakouts or just wondering how adapalene works, I've been there and I'm here to help you. So let's rewind a little and just try and figure out how I started experiencing acne. Funny story is I never experienced acne as a teenager. My first acne breakout was as a grown woman in 2016. That was a year after I'd had my child, and I decided to go on contraceptive. And I went with the copper T because I was told that is the non-hormonal version, and I felt like that would have been the great option for me. But immediately I got it, I started noticing breakouts, and I really want to blame it on the copper T. In as much as I was told it's non-hormonal, I feel like that's what gave me the breakouts. I had it for about 9 months, and when I removed it, my acne was gone just like that. Back then I didn't know anything to do with skincare, so I wasn't really on any routine, so I didn't do much to my skin. I would just wash it and just be on my way. I wouldn't lie and say it didn't give me like insecurities. It actually did. I'll just insert a picture of how it looked, and also let me just warn you, our cameras back then were crazy. Like the picture will look also like funny, like the lighting, the cameras were not so good back then. So I'll share a picture right here so you can see how my first acne breakout looked like in 2016. Second time I experienced a crazy breakout, like painful cysts on my face, was in 2021. That was around June of 2021. I'd just gone through an experience. I'd gone through a miscarriage, and in the process of just going to see the doctor, I was also diagnosed with PCOS. So if you know what PCOS is, it's just hormonal, and one of its characteristics is the hormonal acne, the hormonal cysts on your face. So that is what I found out at that point, that I was actually battling with hormonal acne, and it was mostly because of the PCOS. So at that point, I think my doctor had to put me on some contraceptive, an oral contraceptive that the doctors use for acne. I was also put on inositol, and it's just like a powder that I would do in my water, put in my water, mix in my water and just drink. So I want to say probably that also helped at that point. But now at this point I knew skincare. So I also had like a microdermabrasion treatment done on my face. So I went through the purge, and then I started experiencing clear skin. So the whole of 2022 and the whole of 2023 were happy days, clear skin. I was on and off the contraceptive pill. I was just on a very simple skincare routine. I would just cleanse and moisturize, cleanse, moisturize. I wasn't even into sunscreen at that point. I didn't know the importance of sunscreen at that point. That's how the second episode went. It wasn't much, but I'll just put the pictures. The cysts were there. They were painful. They made me lose confidence. They left me with so many dark spots. I don't know how I survived those days, guys, but I actually did, and I thank God that came and passed. I discovered K-beauty and skincare. I dived deep into skincare in 2023 around July. So I got into the skin cycling. I would do like I had retinol nights, I had exfoliation nights, I had like a solid routine. So I think I got to a point where I even like broke my skin barrier. I don't know, I wouldn't know really, but I felt like my skin was behaving well. It was getting clear, it was behaving better, and I was happy with it until December of 2023, when I noticed like a huge cyst right here. So after I noticed that cyst, I didn't think much about it, but like 2 weeks later there was another one like over here, and within 2 weeks my whole face was just not what I knew it as. It was uneven. I had like a rash. So during my research process, I felt that maybe I had fungal acne, and I thought maybe because of some of the products that I was using, which were fermented, and also the fact that I was double cleansing with a cleansing balm. So I stopped cleansing with a cleansing balm, went back to my micellar water, and then I had to like dive deep into all the ingredients of all the products I was using at that time, removed all the products that had ferment in them, but it wasn't working. I even went as far as using anti-dandruff shampoo. Like I would do anti-dandruff shampoo on my face, let it stay for like 10 minutes, then wash it out. Yeah, and it still didn't work. And at that point, that's why I just found out that probably whatever I was having was not fungal acne, because with fungal acne, if you use anti-dandruff shampoo, it's supposed to clear within a week. So I stopped using the shampoo, the anti-dandruff shampoo. I went back to using the benzoyl peroxide. Oh my god, nothing was working at that point, so I was just giving up. So by the time January came, I had started now making up my mind about what I need to do, and that is the point where I discovered adapalene. And I had to make the decision to go on adapalene and just see if it's going to help. After doing a lot of research, I decided to start using adapalene, and what I got was the different. So for those who do not know what is adapalene is a vitamin A derivative. It's a type of retinoid which is FDA approved. Like that's the only retinol that is approved for acne. So how it works is just by reducing inflammation, unclogging pores, and increasing the cell turnover. So what that means is it just goes deep into your skin and just makes everything go very fast. Like if it was that pimple that was supposed to come out next week, it will come out today. I first got a small tube of I'll just insert the empty one here. I got it in a small tube first just to try it out, and that lasted me a good 30 days. Let me tell you guys what I experienced in the 30 days, because you need to have your expectations set right. With adapalene, what's gonna happen is that it's going to really go deep into your skin cells, and it's going to make everything go very fast. So one of the things that you'll experience for sure is like a purge. A purge is like the pimples coming out, like many of them at a go. Like how you just see one or two, you see like 5. So I went through the purging process, and I can tell you I went through the purging process for almost 6 weeks. So it was new pimples here, painful cysts on my chin. What made me really stick with this whole process of purging is because I'd researched and I'd seen that that was a normal process. So just being real and raw with you, you will purge, you will peel, it will be red, it will be sore. What I was doing is I was using it every single day. Every night I would do my adapalene. I use the sandwich method, which is doing a layer of moisturizer first, then the adapalene, and then another layer of moisturizer. That helps your skin, like create a barrier to protect you against the very harsh effect of adapalene. So also another thing I try and do is I avoid this area, the mouth area and my nose area. I also don't bring it close to my eyes. The sandwich method is definitely going to help you create a layer that will protect you against the very harsh effects of adapalene. I started adapalene on the 9th of January, and around April is when I started noticing like the real results. Like I started noticing I wasn't getting as much breakouts, and also I could feel like my skin was now starting to get to a better place. So the only thing that I was now battling with at this point was the dark marks. The dark spots were crazy, and this is where I introduced niacinamide. So I introduced niacinamide back into my routine, just to help with that lightening of the dark spots. And I was using the Good Molecules discoloration correcting serum. Just recently I've gotten into the Skin 1004, the tone brightening ampoule. So I'll just insert every product that I'm talking about here so that you can see how the bottles look. I'm not saying this is what you should go with. Definitely do your research. If you can afford a dermatologist, see a dermatologist so that they can give you solid advice. So the other thing that really helped is just being on a very gentle skincare routine. So I stopped exfoliating, and I also went with very gentle products, and I also made sure that my routine wasn't so broad. I became very cautious of introducing new products. Every time I introduced new products, I would give it like 2 weeks before I start anything else. Yeah, and that way I was able to just note, like, there's this product right here that I got, and the first day I used it, I could tell that it was messing me up. It wasn't made for my skin. And actually, just looking at the ingredients, one of the ingredients was not agreeing with my skin type, and I had to stop it. So just being on a very gentle skincare routine, I would cleanse in the morning with a very gentle cleanser, and also like at night. And at night I was just using micellar water and a gentle cleanser, and then slowly I just went back to using a cleansing balm. And I've been using the Beauty of Joseon one for the whole journey. And I introduced the Crave Beauty cleansing oil. After the cleansing, I would do like an hydrating toner or a soothing serum, and then the most important thing for adapalene, let no one lie to you, is sunscreen. So I got into a very serious routine of just using sunscreen. Like, even when I'm in the house, I make sure that I have sunscreen on, especially on nights that I've done my adapalene. And on those early days, remember, I was doing my adapalene every single night. I would use sunscreen even if I'm at home. I was very keen on checking the UV index, how high it was, and just making sure that I'm avoiding sun exposure. The most important lesson that I have gotten out of my acne journey is that acne does not define you. Be kind to yourself, and getting clear skin is definitely possible. I've seen this work for myself, and I think it is doable for you as well. So gain your confidence back. Just walk with pride. I remember during that phase where I was just battling with the dark spots, I was still like very confident. As long as my skincare was on point, that glow would just make me forget about the dark spots. So be kind to yourself, and you'll definitely get to better days. Today I'm celebrating a clear skin, not because I'm chasing perfection, but because I've been consistent, I've been patient, and if you're on this journey as well, I'm rooting for you. You can do it. Go girl. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Let me know your acne stories or any questions really that you have about adapalene or skincare in general. I don't claim to know everything. It's just what I've researched and what has worked for me. Yeah, so I'd love to hear that on the comment section. Just let me know. Let's interact. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.